Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my friends, and welcome to the Good News Reporters Podcast with your host, Dr. Furman. He's still reading, studying, researching, and coming to you live straight from the #1 book of all times, the best-selling book of all times, and at all times the #1 book. Yes, the Bible. A spiritual book with physical stories, but still a spiritual book. Now, let us all welcome our modern-day theologian, Dr. Furman Felder.
Greetings and grace be unto all of you with love, joy, peace, and prosperity from God our Father and from our Lord Jesus Christ. And yes, this is Dr. Furman coming to you live. I'm in Greenville, North Carolina. Listen, I was talking about that yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I was talking about the divided states of America. And I was getting into the point of how, blacks, I guess they call them, and the whites back in the when they was fighting the Civil War. And of course, there was some, what they call white people on, fighting for the freedom. And yeah, the other ones, it mind you today, doesn't it? Something like that anyway. Started, down in Rocky Mount, we live in Dorchester right over top of it. They say it's the country. Can you see me? I'm in the dark. Hey, listen, it's shade here. It's hot out here. I think it's like 91 degrees or something today. But the divided states of America here in Greenville, the only thing I really know about it is we travel like 40, 45 miles from Dorchester, North Carolina to get here because they are powerful with the medical situation. The schools, NCU, North Carolina, universities, school, hospitals and stuff like that. Excellent work. I'm sure quite a few of the doctors all over the world, probably in America at least, a lot of the doctors come out of here. Now, don't get me wrong. I know doctors come from a lot of different places, but I got to tell you the difference with Rocky Mount.
We'll be right back with the Good News Reporter.
And out here in Greenville, now Rocky Mount, back about 3 years ago, my wife and I had to go to the doctor again. That was, our community care with the Veterans Administration. And when we went down there, we didn't know when we first got here. They sent me down to a place they didn't even have a pressure cup. Yeah, they couldn't even take my blood pressure. Say, well, when you go to the store, you can take your pressure when you get there. That's how they treat the people in Rocky Mount North. I mean, yeah, they probably treat people in different places the same way and stuff like that. But I tell you, I'm just excited today. I come on here today just to, talk a little bit. And, my wife got me upset just a minute ago. She was taking up for one of her so-called sisters. Well, this sister here, she was involved with one of Tamika's brothers. And he didn't want to marry her. So they say they adopted her, supposed to be her sister. I know she know a long time, but that's not a sister. And she got in a disagreement. She don't like to deal with the reality of it, that's not her real sister. And what they were doing, Tamika and I, we was doing a little fussing. Because like I said, I don't know if you heard this, we spent like 7 years in holy matrimonial sabbatical. Getting to know ourselves, our marriage, getting acquainted with God more and stuff like that. When we spent that time in, now we're doing our best to learn how to live, separating one from another. When she got to go see her grandbaby, don't get me wrong, she got to see that. That's a precious little boy, and like I said, hey, look, I tell her I'd do anything for the little boy when it come down to it, but when they take advantage, Lord have mercy. Ah, why they do that kind of stuff? I'm talking about Tamika's daughter. She does that shy. She has some kind of influence over her mother. You got anybody out there with a daughter's in charge? Hey, let me know. Send me a comment or something like that. But let's get back to the divided states. I told you my mind to go back and forth and stuff like that. But the divided states of America, there's some very nice people out here, not with the color. They're very nice. They're polite. I mean, very professional people out here, opposed to Rocky Mountains. A whole different kind of environment. And even myself, like I said, I don't like to call them white people. The light-skinned people, you know, there are some good and they are some bad. Like I say, there was some that fought with the people for freedom. So they cannot be bad if they understand the things that are right. Y'all know what we dealing with today, and I'm not touching none of that because that's not my twist. But I just want to say there is a divided states in America. And when I first learned this here, I was up at Cairn University, and I'm going to do a whole book on Racism 101, I call it Racism 101. Some of my experiences, especially as a veteran, us veterans, we still go through it from time to time. No matter where we go, no matter how we go about it, it's still, we go through it. And sometimes the people don't understand and don't have the kind of respect that we need in order to, get along in this society. We're like a different kind of people. And, sometimes, even my wife, sometimes she don't really think I'm a Vietnam veteran. She don't really think that I have issues sometimes. Just because I'm intelligent? No, that ain't right. But she overlooks it. But this week, I get a chance to go to the psychologist, sit down with the psychologist. And the reason why, because I don't know, I don't want to argue with Tamika. Fussing is good, but arguing, nah. She has a way of life. Her life has changed. Maybe she's ready to go in another direction. That's up to her. There's nothing I could do about it. Couple people done left me. I am who I am, and I thank God for who I am. But I just want to give a greeting this morning. I want to come on here and just keep that in mind about the divided states of America, because that's the kind of stuff that we are experiencing. But keep hope in your heart. How Brother Jackson says, keep hope alive. And Martin Luther King was talking about the children. They'll all be dancing together. And I seen a couple of videos with a couple of those light-skinned children. They say they want to be black. Yeah, that's what I said. The little white children. You go online, you'll find probably quite a few white children saying that they want to be black. And probably because when they were born, their mother and father probably wanted to be black. But listen, we all need to get back to our real roots and who we are and deal with the reality that this should be the United States of America. But still yet, it is the divided states of America. So anyone, you take your time, pitch in, show some love, show some care, and don't mind nobody's business. What's that woman's name? What's her sister's name? I can't even think of her sister's name. But she know who she is. She butted in our business. Let's butt in America's business and clean up this divided state that we're in. Hey, listen, this is the Good News Reporter coming to you live from Greenville. I'll get back with you. Get a chance to do some posting. God bless you.
Dr. Furman will be sharing some of the rich Black history that is found right here in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. This is a Tam Firmables TV production.